Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. I hope there won't be too many distracting sounds in the background. I'm out on the balcony. I can hear the birds chirping quite loudly and someone was just cutting their grass or trimming their hedges or something a bit over there. Plus there's a playground right below. So there might be a lot of noise, but I hope it won't be. Also, if I'm squinting, it's because my eyes are not used to this kind of light and they're struggling to stay open a little bit. But anyway, I am back today to give you an update to how I've been doing with the first 2 weeks-ish of writing the beginning of the dual rule project that Markus and I started now in April. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the project that a bunch of you guys, a bunch of our subscribers, helped us plot throughout February and March during live streams, and then we've sat down to start writing it now for Camp April. This video is supposed to be a catch-up on how I've been doing, how far I've gotten, what I've written, what problems I've had, those sorts of things, in preparation for the upcoming live stream this upcoming Saturday on the 24th of April. I will link to that down below. If you don't know what this story is about, there will be a link down below to both my announcement video type thing and to Markus's, so you can check out that. But I am going to talk about how I've been doing and what's been going on. So I figured I would start off with some stats. Today when I'm filming this video, it is the 17th of April, so about halfway into the month, and I started writing on the 1st of April, so 17 days ago. And in that time I have written 25,488 words, where my goal for the month was 15,000 words, so I have written 10,000 more words than I needed to, which feels really good. As for how far I've gotten into the story, I have just wrapped up the medal trial, which, as you might remember, is Lid's first trial. I keep calling it challenge in the story and when I'm talking about it, but it is trial. I'm trying to say trial. I've just wrapped up that, and she has slept through the night after and woken up, so she knows that she has survived the trial and that she completed it, because those things are interlinked, and also know that she should be getting or having medal powers, and she's tried those out to some success. Not a great deal, but some success. Now I want to answer a pretty important question at this point, and I want to answer the question, am I enjoying myself? Am I enjoying the process of writing the story? Am I having fun? And I am having so much fun. It's been so nice to be back to writing, because I haven't really been writing since November or December like I tend to do, and it's just felt so nice to be back to writing again, and not just be back to writing and like forcing myself to do it, but actually also enjoying what I've been writing. That's not to say that everything I've been writing is good. That's not to say that, you know, this is in any way good writing and that I would hand this to people and have them read it, but it's been so nice to be writing again, and I am truly enjoying it. That has been a little bit back and forth throughout these 17 days. On the 2nd of April I really did not want to write, but once I did, I enjoyed it, and today and yesterday especially, and possibly Thursday as well, I had so much fun writing the story. Now, a couple of things that I do want to talk about is that I have been very bad at using the plotting that we've done. I remember the grand scheme of things, but I've been really bad at checking back to see if like there were details we wrote that, oh, and during this is brought up, or she realizes this, or like those kinds of things. But I've also been really bad at like checking into the world anvil and things that we decided about the world, or in the Google Docs as well, but things that we decided about the world and how it works and stuff like that. I've been like, yeah, I don't remember how the powers manifest, or I don't remember how XYZ happens, and so I've sort of winged it, and for better or worse. I mean, that has kept me going. It's kept me moving forward with the story instead of pausing and trying to find something in 70,000 pages of prep notes. So that's been nice, but I worry that I might have strayed a little bit from what we decided, and that will mean a lot of rewriting into the second draft than I otherwise would have had to do, possibly. But it's been really fun so far, and it is really good that we have those documents to go back and check. I just wish I had the proper link for the world anvil. That's a bug that just flew in and out and in. Anyway, it's been really good to have those documents and be able to check in them, and I have looked things up and I checked the timeline and stuff, but I'm not following everything to a T, which I think is fine. I just should get better at that, and I should also get better at actually, when I make a decision or I make a change or I figure something out in my story, I should put that somewhere. those things should be put into the world anvil if they're world related. Like if I say that, oh, 3 kings ago, you know, 3 rulers ago, their name was Steak, that's a really bad name, then I should put that into the world anvil, because that is, you know, the story Bible, the story encyclopedia, whatever you want to call it, where we're keeping all this information for us and for you guys throughout this process. And I haven't done that at all, and I had a feeling I wouldn't, and so I'd asked Marcus, I was like, hey, if I figure this out, can I ask you to put it into the world anvil? And he of course said yes, and then I proceeded to not ask him to put anything into world anvil. Make of that what you will. But so far it's felt really good to have all this prep work done and be able to reference it, even though I'm bad at doing that. But I have also hit some points of the story. I mean, I'm 25,500 words in. I've hit some points where I'm like, oh, we didn't actually finish talking about this, or oh, we never decided how this works. And the thing I hit really early on was, what does Lyd actually call her parents? Because I'm not a fan of people calling their parents by their first names, and when I write, tend to use mom and dad, or mother and father, or something along those lines. But seeing as how Lyd has 2 moms, and we referred to them initially as human mom and shapeshifter mom, and then eventually we gave them names, we didn't actually talk about what she calls them. And I didn't want it to be mom and mother, because that felt, those feel unequal to me. Mother feels a lot more serious, and like my mother and my mom is more casual and friendly, I don't know. So I went with mum for the shapeshifter mom and dad for the shapeshifter dad, and then mama or mama, depending on how you want to say that, M-A-M-A, for the human mom. And so far I'm happy with it. It works. It's now been a while since either of them were brought up and talked about, because Lyd and Tev are well on the way on their quest and stuff, but it worked well when I was talking both about that. Lyd was talking to them and talking about them and thinking about them and so forth. Speaking of shapeshifters though, I've been really bad at using the telepathy talking thing that they can do. I thought I was doing well in the beginning and distinguishing between what is being spoken and what is being telepathically spoken by using different words. I think I used said for everything that was verbally said, and then other synonyms for said for when things were said telepathically. I thought I was doing that well, and I realized I'm really not doing this well. Everything is in quotation marks regardless if it's said verbally or not. And yeah, not really sure what I'm doing there. And now that Tev and Lyd have been away on their quest, just the 2 of them, and that's the kind of almost the only other person they've been talking to, I think that they are saying things out loud when they don't have to be. They could just be communicating telepathically, and that's definitely something I'm gonna have to look into for the second draft to see how I'm gonna make that clearer, and also when they do which thing. And I did wonder if the telepathy is a thing that needs to be a thing, but I also liked it, I just haven't been using it well. Another thing that has occurred to me that we didn't do in preparation was make a list of city names. We named the capital, and we have a couple other name suggestions at that section of the document, but we didn't name any of the cities. We just put some cities on the map where there needed to be a city for the story, but didn't name any of them, and so I don't think I've named the one city that they've been to. I think I just call it like the trading port, or the city they go to trade and stuff like that. I didn't actually use a name, I don't think. But either way, that's something that we probably maybe should have done, or at least taken the other names that we suggested in that document and just assigned them to the other cities. And if we backtrack a little bit and talk more about like the prepping we did, the plotting, and the history, the backstory for these characters and the world, first of all, I don't remember if we said when Lyd's human mom, joined the shapeshifters. We know that it was after her brother, the current ruler, became the ruler, because when he succeeded with the trials, she was not free to go, but she wasn't going to have to do the trials herself. So it was at some point around there, but I realized that we never said if it was like 20 years ago or 5 or however many years ago, and Lyd is like early to mid-20s, I think. And the reason I started thinking about this was because the fact that Lyd has been chosen as an heir as a royal, even though she isn't a royal blood, because she is the quote-unquote royal heir, whereas Niamh is the commoner heir, even though she has no royal blood. And we did say that the bloodline isn't everything. See also this commoner that woke up with power, but Lyd gets her powers because of her mom's connection to the ruler. And I wondered when that manifested in Lyd. And I wondered if her mama, her human mother, had to be around at the conception or birth of Lyd for those powers, that bloodline magic thing, to transfer to Lyd, or could that still happen at a later point if, say, Lyd was 3 years old when Mama joined them and adopted Lyd. And I don't think I've specified in the story how long ago the human mom entered Lyd's life, if that was before or after she was born, but it is something I want to think about. And for now I've just gone with magic, regardless of if she was there for conception and birth or not, but something to think about. Another fun thing about the history, the background and stuff for this world is, without saying too much, Markus and I might be considering a spin-off or a prequel to this story. Might write that in November. I won't say more about that for now though, but it's funny, or not funny, but it's fun and exciting, and I hope we get to do it. But I think that's all I have to share with you today. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I hope to get better at taking notes as problems or questions and stuff arise between now and the next of these update videos. But for now, this is what I'll leave you with. And like I said, on Saturday the 24th, we'll be back with the first catch-up stream, which will be in a similar vein to the plotting streams we did with you guys before, where we'll talk about like problems and stuff that have arisen when we've been writing, things we need to solve, things that don't make sense, stuff like that. I will also link to Mark's video down below. It went up the same time as this one did, talked about his side of the story, because Lyd and Niamh are still in separate places. They haven't met. They are two completely separate stories, even though they're the same story, but they're separate. And if you want to hear how he's been doing and what he's learned and need help fixing, that will be down below. But on Saturday we're gonna take all these questions, take questions from you guys, and talk you through and try to solve things, come up with new things and stuff like that for this story. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, so I will see you then. Bye!